All right, so what I'm going to do is illustrate the basic scanning process using the NextEngine desktop 3D scanner. The first thing we do is we open up the software, which is indicated by a little gear wheel. You can see it right there. And of course, it's a very exciting thing. And then we need to select the scan button here. And we get a number of options. We can do a full 360 rotation where it gets the entire object. We can do a bracket scan, which gets one face of an object, or we can do what's called a single panel scan, which is just one surface of an object. But we usually do 360 because we want to capture an object completely. You can then decide the number of rotations that these turntable is going to do. We usually default to 8. Then you need to determine the points per inch, and we do this as a high definition scale. Then you need to decide where your object is in relation to the scanner. The scanner actually gives you lengths within which you can scan for the different ranges. So we have macro, which is a range between 5 and 9 inches. So you need to make sure your object fits in that range. You see that this object doesn't really fit in that range, so I'll talk about wide. So with wide, you have an object that needs to be between 15 and 22 inches, so we'll move this out so it fits within that range. And then you also need to pick the target color, and this is actually a reference to the color of the object. So if the object's very dark, you can pick dark. If the object's very bright, you can pick bright. We usually go with neutral. It works for most objects. Once you've got the object in the position that you want, you can rotate it to make sure it fits within a box that you can define. So there's a little box there. And then we rotate it just to make sure it fits in the box. And you'll see that there's a pole here that helps support the object. You can come this way. So this pole right here helps support the object. It's the little scanning platform and the object itself. And the pole becomes edited out by the software, but it only really works if you start the pole in this position here or over in this corner here. If you start it elsewhere in another location, it can be sort of problematic from a scanning perspective. So once I've got the object situated, I can hit the scan button and it'll begin to scan. And in a minute, lasers will pass across the object. You want to be careful not to stick your hand between the scanner and the object. The object is placed on this platform. This is the platform that's going to rotate. And in our case, it'll scan, rotate, 8 times. And when we're done, we'll get a 360 of the object, but we're going to be missing information on the very top and the very bottom because the lasers move across the object in sort of a straight row. And they're not going to be able to capture the information on the top and the bottom of the objects. So we will actually take that object and we will rotate it 90 degrees and do a second 360 scan, and that'll cover all of the object. And once we've done that, we use the Scan Studio software to edit out the information we don't want. So the software will also pick up the pole, pick out the platform, and pick out this little thing right here that helps hold the object in place. And we will merge the two scan files together. Once we've done that, we can create a model that can be 3D printed, a model that we can turn into an animation, a model that can be manipulated and shared with anybody all over the world. Thank you.